Hello, creative coders. Welcome to our channel Creative Coding. I hope you all are doing great. So, this is yet another episode of our series CSS Mini Project. And in this, we are going to be recreating the Google Maps radio button, which is this. So, as you can see, there is a car icon, bicycle icon, and the walking icon, just like you see on Google Maps UI. So this is basically a radio button which is going to be transformed into this Google Maps radio button. So I hope you're excited because I am excited. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Shikhar Bania. I'm an educator, mentor, and a web developer. You can find me on Instagram as CreoCodigo, where I post content related to web development or many other things like this daily. So without any further ado, let's get started. So let's talk about Newton School first. Newton School is a platform which provides individuals a career in tech. It has courses specially designed for freshers, individuals, working professionals, and even women who don't have any knowledge in tech. Around 300 companies hire from Newton School, and Newton School also provides a pay after placement policy under which you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until and unless you are placed with a bare minimum of 5 lakh CTC. Sounds great, right? Let's talk about another initiative taken by Newton School called Launchpad. So Launchpad is for those who want to start their coding journey from scratch. It has all the courses that you need to start a coding journey like Java, Python, data structures, JavaScript, Node.js, SQL, you name it, they have it. And the main advantage of using this Launchpad is you get a certificate of completion, you get a developer community, you got the best instructors to teach you, you also got a hands-on experiences, and you will become job ready. And all of this Newton School is providing for free. Yes, so don't forget to check that out. So here we are in the code editor, and as you can see, I have written the HTML code as it is. So let's understand first. So basically on a web page, we want a text which says Google Maps radio button. That's why we have added this h1 tag. Okay. And it is incorporated inside this class container. And below this, we want 3 radio buttons. Okay. First one will show the car icon. Second one will show the bicycle icon. And the third one will show the walking icon. Just like we see on Google Maps UI. So we have created a div for that with ID radios. Okay. So inside this ID, there will be 3 radio buttons. And for that, we have used label. And for means for what purpose you are using this label. So for driving, class will be material icons. So material icons is a library for icons. We have imported the CDN for that material icons. Okay. So below that we have included the input tag for radio. So type will be radio, name is mode, ID is driving, and value is also driving. Okay. So initially when the page loads, this particular radio button will be checked. That's why we have specified this as checked. Okay. And this code is actually the icon code, this car icons code. Okay, you can find this code if you visit this URL, or if you search material icons on Google, you'll be redirected to that. Okay, so this is the code for this car icon. In the same way, we have added 2 other icons for cycling and for walking. Okay, this is the code for cycle icon, and this is the code for walking icon. All right. So that's it for this HTML. We have also added the Roboto family link, font link. We have to use this on this text on this h1 tag. That's why we have added this. And I guess that's it. Now let's jump to CSS and style this as per the Google Map UI. Okay, so let's style our radio buttons. Let me adjust the screen first. Okay, so first target the HTML. Inside this, let's give it a height of 100% and font family for all of the font present in our web page. It will be Roboto Sans Serif. As you can see, the font get changed. Alright, now let's target the body and center everything. So for that, let's first display it as flex, justify content as center, and align items as center. And provided to that, we also have to specify the height, let's say 100%. So now it will be at the center of our web page. Okay. Also, let's change the background and let's make it a little blue. So the code for that is 336 7D6. Okay, so our background is changed. Now let's target this container inside which we have all of the content. So dot container. Alright, so inside this basically we just want to add some margin. Top bottom will be 0 and left right will be auto. Okay, now let's target the H1, our heading. So let's decrease the font weight first. So this will be 300. Okay, let's change the color as well, and the color will be hash D9E7 FD, which is basically a white color. Okay, next what we want, let's text align it as center and let's add some margin bottom to it of 50 pixel. It will create a 50 pixel between these radio buttons and the text. Okay. All right. Next, what we have is radios, ID radios. Okay. All right. Inside this, we just have to add some default margin, 0 auto, 0 for top and bottom, auto is for left and right. And let's text align all of them as center. So it will come at the center. Okay. Next, let's target these labels. Okay. So it is present inside radios. Sorry. It is present inside radios as label tag. Okay. Plus, if outside of this label, we are targeting every label tag outside of this radios label. Okay. So in this, I just want to add a margin left of 15 pixel. So it will add a margin left to all of them. Okay. And what's next? Let's target the input tag. So input of type equals to radio. So this will select all of the input tags which has type as radio. Okay. So next inside this, let's make the opacity to 0. Okay, so as you can see, the radio buttons got disappeared. We don't want that. And also I want it to have a position absolute. Okay, now you might have noticed that when I hover over the icons, the cursor is not changing. So let's change that. Hash radios label. I want the cursor to be pointer. So as you can see, The cursor is now changing. Okay. Also, let's add a position of relative. Okay, so this is done. Now what's next? Let's target the span, I guess. It contains the icon. So inside this there is span. Okay. So let's change the font family and make it material icons. Okay. Let's change the color as well, which is B3CEFB. B3C3FB. Okay. And let's add a border radius of 50% to make it circular. Okay. Next, I want to have a padding of 12 pixel around our icon, and I want a transition for all with 0.4 second as the duration. Okay, so the span is completed actually. It is not visible right now. So let's check. We have to specify for this checked first. So this car icon will be active at first. So for that, let's target this whole, copy this, and it will check if it will target all of the input radio button, actually the only one which is checked. Okay. So inside this, I just want to change the color, and the color will be this hash this. Okay, so as you can see, this has a little brighter color than these. Okay, and let's change the background color as well, which will be hash 4285F4. As you can see, we got this circular, we got this circle behind our icon, which represents, which shows the user that initially this icon is active. Okay, and in the same way, let's target the focus part, which one is focus initially. Okay, focus means when you click something, this focus pseudo class is called. Okay, and let's just change the color to white. So when you click on it, you can see it changing. Okay, so this is our radio button, which is inspired by Google Maps radio button. And I think we are forgetting one thing. Let's add a tooltip as well. So it will be actually tooltip is a better user interface. So let's add that. So hash radios. Inside this there is label, and when we hover over it, I want to add something before it. Okay. So before, I just want to add the tooltip, which will be this value inside our HTML. Okay. All right. So content will be an attribute for. So basically, we're just going to display this for. Okay. Next, let's add a font family of Roboto sans serif. Then text transform will be uppercase. Font size will be 11 pixel. Position will be absolute. Top will be 170%. Left will be 0. Right will be 0. Opacity will be, let's say, 0.75. As you can see, when I'm hovering over the icons, you can see the tooltip coming. Okay, but I think we also need to style it a little bit. So let's add a background color to that, #323232. So the background is there, and let's change the color to white. So FFF. So the color is changing. Let's add some padding values. Let's say 4 pixel. Okay, so this is looking great, but I think we need to have some default width to it. Instead, let's display it as block, so it will adjust it accordingly. Okay. Let's add a border radius of 3 pixel, and I don't know what's remaining. Let's capitalize it instead of uppercase. Okay, now it's perfect. All right, so we have created this beautiful Google Maps radio button along with tooltip. Looks great. I really hope you liked this video, and thanks for watching till the end. If you have any doubt related to this radio buttons, comment down under the comment section, or you can contact me on these social media handles. I would love to help you out. And please like, share and subscribe our channel if you want to see more valuable content and creative content like this daily. And if you haven't checked out the Newton School website, I recommend you to check that out and the services they are providing. So keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.